Hello, and welcome to my TV show on the YouTube network with a potential audience of over 2 billion people. Coming to you live from the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, where I am peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless here in Santa Monica and in Los Angeles County and in California and in the whole US of A. The whole wide world if we could do something about it, but we have to start somewhere. So I'm starting right here in Santa Monica, California. I'm telling our leaders right here in Santa Monica, California, we have to do a better job in standing up for human rights and helping end this housing crisis, this homelessness crisis, by building more affordable housing and making sure that people that are in housing in Santa Monica can stay in the housing they have. And that's why I'm on this Measure GS Oversight Residents Committee, trying to oversee the funds of this tax here in Santa Monica, California, and trying to make sure that we can get more poor people into housing here, because we've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy here in Santa Monica. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. We have to raise taxes on the rich, 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 raise taxes on the rich. Oh, I know it's a simple song, but it's a good one. And one that we need to teach our leaders, our public servants. But then we have to use that money when we raise the taxes on the rich to make sure that it is helping lift people out of poverty, helping make a better lives for those in need, a better life for those in need. We can't just take the money from the rich and dwindle it away on nothing like our governor Gavin Newsom did. We gave him $24 billion to help house the homeless, but instead he went to the Supreme Court and he said, I need more power to criminalize homelessness. That's what Gavin Newsom did. He said he sided with Trump's ultra-conservative Supreme Court in Grants Pass versus Johnson, and he said, give me the power to criminalize homelessness. And that's what they did. And that's why we see so many encampments being torn down while poor people are being shoved down the road. Hello, can I give you a little something? Peace. While poor people are being shoved down the road, they're taking their possessions and throwing them in dumpsters. You know, Santa Monica doesn't even have a storage space, a storage place for homeless people here. They have to go all the way downtown Los Angeles to be able to store anything, and of course it's a very small amount. Here in Santa Monica and over there in Venice, they're tearing down encampments. If you have more than 60 gallons, I think it's 60 gallons of belongings, they will take your stuff and throw it away in garbage trucks. They have sanitation workers come out there every morning and clean up and move these homeless people down the road. But we don't have any housing for the homeless. That's the problem. We keep moving them down the road and they're just unhoused right down the road. But Santa Monica and other coastal cities just want to make it harder for these homeless people to survive. And then hopefully they'll move out in the middle of the desert and Santa Monica won't have to worry about it. We have 800 miles of public beaches here in California and mostly rich white people living next to those public beaches. Why is that? There's no reason for only rich white people to live next to our public beaches. Many of these coastal communities were founded by taking away property from poor people and using that property, using eminent domain to take away the property of poor people, and then they would build their infrastructure and their civic centers and their highways and everything. That's how Santa Monica got built. And we need to stand up for the rights of poor people and people of color. When you push out all the poor people out of your town, you're going to push out a lot of people of color, because we haven't reached a point where everybody has basically the same in this country. You're still much more likely to be poor if you are African American or black, or if you are Latino. That's right. If you are a person of color, you're more likely to be poor than some white guy down the street. And here in California, we have not reached equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. It is still 10 times more likely for a young black man to go to prison than it is a young white man. Why is that? We have to keep working at things, folks. We have to keep integrating our society. We haven't gotten there yet. Anybody who says, oh, it's good enough, everybody has the basics. No, we haven't gotten there yet, and we need to keep working at it. We need to keep working towards a better day for everybody. And anybody who says, well, the rich people are doing fine. You know, the rich people are doing just great. Wall Street is breaking records every week. Today, NASDAQ broke another record. Hey, they're swimming in their money. They're doing fine. It's the poor people, the people that never had the silver spoon. Those people are still having it rough. And that's not even to mention those people that have been used for their labor for generations and not been given their rights here in California and all around the US of A. That's right, for generations, we've had employers using labor, undocumented labor, and they've been profiting off of it. And then whenever they didn't have enough work, they wanted to push these people back across the borders. And of course, we didn't have quota systems that worked for people that we use a lot of. I mean, there was no greater quota for Mexico than there were any of these European countries. And that's why we have about 15 million or so undocumented people here in the United States of America, because we've been using people for their labor for generations, and we have not been giving them their rights. We need to put the responsibility on the employers. We need to make sure that anybody who employs somebody who's documented finds a way to help those people get documented, help those people get on a pathway to citizenship. There's no reason to keep taking advantage of these poor people and keep blaming them when we've been bringing over people. For generations, the farmers would say, hey, to the authorities, they'd say, hey, look the other way, because we need some workers here. We need somebody to pick our crops. And then when the crop picking was over, they wanted to send them back. And that's why we have so many people that are undocumented and don't have rights here in the United States of America. We need to put the responsibility on the laborer. We've been putting the responsibility on the laborers. We need to put the responsibility on the employers and make sure that they help find a pathway to citizenship for everybody that they employ. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. You know, at the beginning of this country, these guys who wrote the Constitution in the very beginning, wrote the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, there were a bunch of rich white guys, and they were the only ones who benefited from the Constitution in the beginning of this country. But there were people there saying, no, we need to keep making it better. We need to keep working towards a more perfect union. And some people said it's perfect just the way it is. No! There's a lot of people being enslaved, they said. There's a lot of people that don't have any rights at all. Only rich white guys who own property had rights. But some people thought it was just fine, and other people thought maybe we got to keep working better. We got to keep working to make it a more perfect union. Establish justice. ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. And that's how that Constitution starts off. And we have made some great progress throughout the history of this country. We got rid of slavery. We got rid of child labor, or we mostly got rid of child labor. And we made sure that women had a right to vote. And then later on, we had the civil rights movement to make sure that different states couldn't treat people differently because of their race or their religion, their ethnicity, their beliefs, their gender, whether they were rich or poor. We all have the same rights. And then in 1990, they passed a thing called the Americans with Disabilities Act to make sure that people who had disabilities had the same rights as everybody else. Hey, and that includes people with substance abuse disorders. Those people have the same rights as you and I. Then later on, we made sure that everybody had the right to love and marry who they wanted in this country. We all have the same rights, and we need to stand up for those rights. You need to stand up for somebody's rights who you disagree with. Stand up for people's rights to speak out and to share their beliefs, even if you think they're wrong. Even if you think that they're worshiping some alien from another planet that would come and destroy us all and eat us all up. If they are peacefully protesting and advocating their beliefs, we need to stand up for those rights. And because we all have a little different ideas about everything in this country, and that's the beautiful thing, that First Amendment of our Constitution. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And that's what I'm doing here tonight. I'm peacefully protesting and telling the government right here in Santa Monica, hey, you have to do a better job by your homeless population. Hey, Diaka. That's right. You need to treat your homeless population like they're human beings. You need to stand up for human rights. You need to build more affordable housing. Hey, what about these pickleball courts over here on 4th in Arizona? That was supposed to be, they've been talking about building affordable housing over there since 2018, and now they have pickleball courts over there. Pickleball courts. Oh, pickle me this. I'm telling you, it couldn't be any sillier, any funnier if you wrote it in a Batman comic book. That's right. They're playing pickleball there where they're supposed to be building affordable housing. And you know, Santa Monica's done a very good job of building market housing, building rich people's housing. They built about 232% of what they were planning to build here. And with the below market housing and affordable housing, they always fall way behind. Oh, we can't find any funding to build the low income housing. Well, what? You mean everything's about making a profit? We need to show the progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. That's right. We got to stand up for the rights of everybody. We have to make it easier for poor people to live. Make it easier for poor kids to have a good public education. Got to make it easier for poor people to have the basic good quality health care. We need to make it easier for poor people to just survive in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. That's right. De la Sierra Morena, Silito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, Silito lindo de contrabando. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Now, nobody wants criminals, violent criminals running loose on the streets. I think we can all agree on that. We need to stop violence and hatred wherever it is. Speak out against hatred and violence. Stand up against violence. And we need some common sense gun laws in this country. Every day we have another shooting, another mass shooting every day in this country. We can do better than that. Don't say there's nothing we can do. The Second Amendment says it all. There's nothing we can do about the Second Amendment. You know, they started passing gun laws back in 1934. They outlawed Tommy guns and machine guns of all sorts and briefcase guns, all kinds of gadget guns. That's right. Things can be done to make things safer for human beings here in the United States, and we have to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. That's right, we need to bring those millions and millions, tens of millions of people that are here in this country that are living in the shadows, that have been used for their labor and not been given their rights. We have to help them come out of the shadows and stand up for their rights and find a pathway to citizenship. There's no reason for all those people to be living without any rights in this country. If you've got about 15 million people living in the shadows in a democracy, that's bad for the democracy. Peace. If you got, we need to find a pathway to citizenship for these people, because otherwise you're working towards an oligarchy where only rich people and property owners can vote. And if you keep the poor people living in the shadows, like so many of these people that have been used for their labor and not been given their rights, it's bad for democracy. The same is true here in Santa Monica, California. If the people that work in your city can't vote in your city, can't afford to live in your city, then you're going to have a bad democracy. It's kind of an oligarchy. That's what they call it when rich people run everything. And we don't want to be like that, Santa Monica. We want to be a progressive government that can show that everybody has equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. Thank you. Peace. We got to keep working towards that. We have to show that progressive government can actually work and can be part of the solution and not continue to be part of the problem. That's why we have to tell the leaders right here in Santa Monica, build more affordable housing. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands. See, we got Coco right here. We got Coco. Coco's taking jobs from people. And Coco, you have a place to go and sleep tonight? Yes, you do. Somebody's going to charge you up and clean you up and take care of you and make sure that you're doing just fine, while there are human beings that sleep in the streets. There are human beings that have to do without Coco. You tell your owners, your captors, whatever you want to call them, you tell them that there are human beings sleeping in the streets while you get taken care of every night. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. I don't know if you got to see that little robot on wheels. They have them all over Santa Monica and all over Los Angeles. Little robots on wheels. They go and deliver food and other things to people because a lot of people don't want any poor, dirty people coming to their door and knowing where they live. That's part of it. And it's partly due to the pandemic, and it won't spread the germs as much, I guess. But it's part of this technological takeover that we're going through. More and more jobs are going to be going to artificial intelligence and computers and such. And so we got to figure out a way to take care of human beings, to let human beings have the basics while we are turning all the jobs over to the robots and the artificial intelligence. We have to make sure that human beings can survive a little bit, you know what I mean? Because we're going to spend more and more time and energy trying to create energy to run the robots. We're going to be spending a lot more energy on keeping artificial intelligence and robots charged up and going. And we need to make sure that we're spending time and energy on human beings and making sure that they can survive and have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. And that's right, we need to make sure it's made for us, not just rich people's toys. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents. That's right, go on, this is a dance song, you got it. While they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. We need to stand up for human beings. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream make sure this land is made for you and me. And not just the rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. Rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right, we gotta stand up for the rights of every human being. We don't need to stand up for the rights of Coco and the other robots and the artificial intelligence. We got rich people doing that. We got to stand up for the rights of human beings. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. That's right. De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo, de contrabando. Peace. Ese lunar que tienes, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo, que a mí me toca. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. That's right. We got to get our Congress to step up and make sure that these tens of millions of people have a pathway to citizenship instead of trying to round up everybody. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? We don't want violent criminals on our streets, but we don't want to push poor people that have been being used for their labor for generations. We don't want to push them out of the country. We want to make sure that they have the rights that they have been denied for so long. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. On the promenade, in the shadow of the steeple, near the relief office, I see a lot of homeless people. And some are grumbling and some are wondering. They're saying, is this land still made? Is this land made for you and me? Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made. This land is made. This land is made. That's right. We got to keep working towards a better day for everybody. Because we haven't gotten there yet, we got to keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. Too many people say, well, it's good enough, it's good enough. No, it ain't good enough if people are suffering because we haven't worked towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. Too many poor kids are having bad educations right here in California. California, we are the fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, and we are ranked 21st in spending on public education. I told a young guy that today. He said, I thought it was worse. No, you don't understand. We're the fourth largest economy of the whole wide world. If California was a country, we would be the fourth largest economy. And yet we're ranked 21st in all of the states of the country in spending on public education. That is a shame. And we're ranked 40th in outcome of public education. Now, some of these schools are doing just fine. All these rich neighborhoods, even Santa Monica, their kids are getting a very good education. They have a lot of funding. Even this Measure GS oversight, even this Measure GS, which I am on the oversight committee for, they have a certain amount of Measure GS. The first 10 million every year goes to funding schools here in Santa Monica. The Santa Monica schools are very well funded compared to a lot of schools around the country, and especially here in California. But we need to lift up hey, Coco!
See, there goes Coco. I hope you can see Coco go by. There's Coco. Hey, Coco, you got a place to sleep tonight? Because there are homeless human beings sleeping in the streets. Tell your owner. Coco, tell your owner there are homeless human beings sleeping in the streets.
And the Waymo cars, I know, they're taking a lot of jobs, and they were talking about the Waymo cars, these driverless autonomous cars. They're taking a lot of jobs, and they're being well taken care of. Every night they get their cameras washed up, they get all their circuits made sure everything is just perfect. They get cleaned very nicely because rich people like their cars nice, you know what I mean? And so they get charged up over here in Santa Monica, and people have been complaining about them making too much noise. But these cars, they get treated very well. But homeless human beings, they get treated like dirt and pushed down the road, and they find it harder and harder just to survive. And we have almost 200,000 homeless human beings here in California, and we got to do a better job, California. We got to make sure we build enough affordable housing so that we don't have the highest homeless population in the country. Between us and New York State, we keep going back and forth, but we're supposed to be progressive governments. We need to show the progressive government can make a difference in people's lives and can work. We're living in California, the land of peace and love. Living in California, place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. Don't let the Trump get you in a slump. We're gonna get rid of his hump. It's gonna be all right. We're in the land of surf and sand, movie stars, electric cars, and it's a beautiful Santa Monica night. We're living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure, I'll get a little bit out of our minds. Ooh, living in California. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. Living in California, things could be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them now. Living in California, everything's mostly alright. Living in California, having fun on the promenade tonight. Woo, good to see you. Living in California, hey, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, had a beautiful swim in the ocean today. Oh yeah, it was very nice out there. The water was about 65, 67 degrees, somewhere in there. The water wasn't that rough, it was nice. I hope we make our beaches more accessible to everybody. We have 800 miles of public beaches here in California, and mostly rich white people living next to our public beaches. We can do better than that, California. Living in California, everything's partly all right. Living in California, having fun on the promenade tonight. Ooh. Now, don't get me wrong, we got some great things going on here in California. California is the second most diverse state in the whole country. We got a lot of people from different backgrounds, different races, different religions, different ethnicities, different beliefs, different genders, different homelessness situations. And we're all living together in virtual harmony. But everybody knows there's some things we need to be working on. California has the most billionaires of any state in the whole country. And we have the most homeless people of any state in the whole country. Now, why is that? That ought to be a crime. There's no reason for so few to have so much when so many have nothing at all. We can do better than that. We need to raise taxes on the rich, 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 on the rich, rich, rich. That's right. So many people say to me, well, Wade, the rich people already pay too much in taxes here in California. Well, if that's the case, why do we have the largest homeless population in the whole country? Either we're not raising enough taxes on the rich, or we're not doing the right things with that money. Either way, we don't want to have billionaires living in this state that are happy to see poor people sleeping in the streets. If you're a billionaire in this state, you can probably have a little influence with our government. Tell our government to make sure that everybody has decent housing. We want the kind of billionaires that want to lift people out of poverty in this state. If you don't want to be that kind of billionaire, go join Elon Musk in Texas, where they still have $7.25 minimum wage on the books. That's right. We want billionaires who believe that everybody should have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the world, and in this fourth largest economy of the whole wide world, California. We want to keep spending money on these low-income area schools, keep spending money on services and programs for these low-income area schools until the rich people want to send their kids to those schools. Then you will know we have done enough. But until then, we need to raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich. So when we get to the point where the rich people are wanting to send their kids to the poor people's schools, then I'll say we've done enough. When everybody has a decent place to live, food to eat, health care, and a good public education, I'll say, okay, it's all right to have more billionaires. But until then, the gap keeps growing. The poor people keep getting poorer, and the rich people have been getting richer. Hey, and there was a time in the United States of America when things were a little different. Back in the 40s and the 50s, the gap narrowed quite a bit in this country between the rich and the poor. You know, the The highest tax rate for the rich was about 95% when you got to a certain level. I think that's fantastic. I'm sure everybody says, well, they didn't actually pay that. Well, I don't care if they actually paid all of it or not. On the books, if you had a certain income, you paid 95% of it into taxes. And those years in the 40s and the 50s, we built a lot of infrastructure in this country to help a lot of people. And in the 30s, we started a thing. Franklin Delano Roosevelt started a thing called Social Security and other programs to help lift people out of poverty. In the 1940s, 1950s, we built a lot of infrastructure. 1960s, we had a thing called Medicare, Medicaid. We've done some good things in this country, and we need to keep moving forward. We need to keep showing that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. That's right. You know, the great President Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, the test of our progress is not whether we add to the abundance of those who have much. The test of our progress is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. So if that's the test of our progress, Santa Monica, we're failing. California, we are failing. United States, we are failing. We have to do better. We have to lift people out of poverty and make sure that our democracy thrives and that everybody can have an equal voice in our democracy, whether you're rich or poor, black or white, brown or any color or any ethnicity, any belief, any gender. We all need to have the same rights in this country, and we got to keep working towards that. And we got to keep peacefully protesting to get there. If you peacefully protest, I stand with you, even if I disagree with you. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love. It's about peace. It's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace. It's about love. It's about hope. It's about joy. It's about bringing some home to your little girls and boys. It's about joy. It's about hope. It's about enough hope to keep them off the dope. Cause when the hope and the joy are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about joy. It's about hope. Hey, Henry, good to see you, Pete. It's about you. It's about me. It's about you and me working towards equality. It's about me. It's about you. It's about saying Black Lives Matter too. Cause when you and me are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about you. It's about me. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz, se trata de amor, se trata de paz y amor. Se trata de paz y amor. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yay. Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom alechem, Evenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. It's about peace, it's about love, it's about the only thing my heart needs thinking of. It's about love, it's about peace, it's about a little bit of love and peace at least. Cause when the peace and love are gone, you know must be moving on. It's about peace, it's about love, love, love. Hey, it's all about love. Hey, hey, hey. it's all about love. It's just about spreading the love around a little better. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to do a better job of being kind to the needy. There's no reason for poor people to be sleeping in the streets while rich people are having space races. We can do better than that. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. We don't need another mountain. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. So listen, Lord, if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love. That's right. We just gotta spread the love around a little better. We've done a very good job of being kind to the greedy in this country. We have to make sure we're kind to the needy. Spread a little love to the needy. There's plenty to go around. We all know that. There are plenty of empty buildings all around Santa Monica, all around Los Angeles County, all around California, and the whole US of A. There are plenty of empty buildings, vacant buildings. It's just greed, just plain greed. Just greedy people wanting to push down the poor people and make them do whatever they want. And it shouldn't be that way. The Constitution talks about making it a more perfect union, establishing justice, ensuring domestic tranquility, providing for the common defense, promoting the general welfare. You know, it's about each of us having the power to chart our own destiny in this country. That's what we have to keep working towards. Each person being able to chart their own destiny and give everybody the rights. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor. It doesn't matter whether
Troy, can we sing?
Which school, which religion. We're all the same in this country. We need to stand up for each other's rights all the time. Peace and love. What are your names?
Jason.
Jason.
Troy.
Troy.
Arshon.
Arshan. Nice to meet you. You guys have anything to say about peace and love or democracy in the United States of America?
Spread peace and love.
I like it. Thank you.
Spread peace and love.
Jason.
I'm Jason. Troy.
Troy. Nice to meet you, Troy. And what's your name?
Bangladesh sex banger. Whoa.
Wow, that's a long name. I can't fit it all in one word. I don't know.
What? Guys, should I jerk it on stream chat?
I don't think that's spreading
Go
peace and
live.
love, is it?
No.
Yeah, we're going live.
Hi.
Can you spread some peace and love?
Wait, can we like
what are you guys
Peace and
studying?
love.
What's up?
I will touch all of you guys.
Throw your setup.
So what are you learning about spreading peace and love and democracy and equal rights, equal justice in this country?
Being kind.
Equal rights, equal fights.
Equal rights, equal fights. Okay. So
That's like not peace.
equal rights, equal peace and love.
Yeah.
Sure.
What are you guys
Yo,
learning about?
what's up? Join the live stream,
What are you
bro.
guys learning about that you want to tell people how you want to get involved to make this a better democratic experience for everybody, work towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity?
Not
It's gotta be
allowing
kind.
circumcisions.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Wow!
Have a good day, sir.
And we this is that hurt my ear there. That was. So we're gonna try and say nice things because there are some people who might be offended by some of that kind of talk.
Sorry.
I'd be offended personally.
No, right. Anyway, I think everybody has the right to be circumcised in this country. As a matter of fact, I think it's probably the way that most young men are put through the hospitals here in the United States.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so we don't have to stop there. We can work towards equal rights and what ways? Building more affordable housing, maybe. Making sure that everybody
That's
can
what
have a
my dad
decent place
does.
to live, food to eat.
You
Good.
don't have a good place to live right now.
I'm not joking.
Making more
I'm
blueberry
sorry to hear
pies.
that. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you getting some
Maybe like decrease the price
services
of guac at
Well,
Chipotle.
you guys have the Sears building. How is
Yeah,
that?
that's good.
Oh, it's so amazing, bro. It's so Columbia.
She does not go there, bro. She does not go there.
I go there.
Is it all right for a transitional place?
Like, I guess.
No.
It's okay for you.
I'm sure
I mean,
it's
they put
all
it
that.
together in 3 months. They put it together in 3 months. The Pacific Palisades had a fire, and their high school got burned down. And now the Sears building here that was closed down here in Santa Monica, they renovated it to be the Palisades High School. And
Wait, the buzz is working.
He's had one in the whole time.
and so
Unless there's a caffeine.
it's okay. I hope it gets better for you. I hope things get better soon.
Okay,
Peace
guys.
and love. And that's how government can help people.
You're in the way, and you are.
Thank you, guys.
Can I say one thing?
And that's one way that government can help people in emergencies in this country. We need to make sure
There
that
is 6
we
viewers.
help lift people up out of emergencies. But we can also make sure that everybody has a decent place to live and good public education, no matter where they live.
Oh,
right?
Sean,
Can I say
please
one
say
thing,
something.
please?
Is it
Positive.
Bangladesh? No.
Positivity.
Okay, no.
Positivity.
All
Yes.
right.
God bless America.
Go, Sean, sing.
Wait, dude, it's
I have sex with my kids.
Okay, that was unnecessary. That was OD as fuck.
I wish I could delete that
I am
from
so
this
sorry.
live stream. I'm sure he's young and he wants to try different things. That's all right. You guys spread the peace and love. Keep growing and keep getting involved. Get involved in government and promote good things. You don't have to say bad things. Positive vibes, that's right. Positive vibes. Keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. Making sure that everybody can have the basics in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. We can do better. And these young people are gonna, when they get a microphone in front of their face, they want to say things that get you shocked sometimes. And we've all been there. I think we all remember I almost remember being young. It was a few years ago, just a couple of years. But we keep working towards a better day. How you doing?
Hi, is it live?
It's live. You want to say hello?
No, I wanted to ask you some questions, but better off.
You don't want to be seen? Okay. Go ahead and ask me. What's your name?
I'm Timo Lehmann. I'm a journalist from Germany. Germany.
What is your name?
Timo.
Timo.
Yeah.
Timo. What's your last name?
Lehmann.
Timo Lehmann. Are you? It's a kind of a pseudonym, right? Timo Lehmann.
It's
Were you
an
born with that name?
Yeah, I was born with that.
Oh, really? Timo Lima. And that's a German name?
It's a German name, yeah.
Timo Lima is going to ask me a few questions, and I'd be happy to answer them if they're about
Because
about
the Promenade
the Promenade.
and how it changed.
The Promenade, the promenade here in Santa Monica has changed. You know, for years, I played my guitar here. I've been playing my guitar on this promenade. You know, I used to perform at a comedy club down there in the 1990s. Up front comedy club down there. There used to be a lot of interesting things going on, and things are coming back to the promenade. But they've been trying to take control of the promenade more and more. They've tried to push the poor people and the homeless people off of the promenade, and that's when I started peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless people here in Santa Monica.
And what did they do to the homeless people?
They just made it harder for them to live here. They would harass them. They see these chairs that are out right now. They'll take those chairs away. They used to have permanent benches and things, and homeless people would sleep on them at night. But now they take away the chairs. They lock them up so nobody can sit on them. They don't just lock them up to keep people from stealing them. They lock them up so nobody can sit on them. And they just and they did pass some laws here. I don't know if you heard about Grants Pass versus Johnson ruling by the Supreme Court, and making it easier to criminalize homelessness. Well, for a while, Santa Monica took advantage. You know, Santa Monica has always had a law. Right now, see, they're taking these chairs from these people, and it's their job. That's what they get paid to do. Every night, they lock up the chairs and make it hard for homeless people to sit comfortably in the middle of the night because they don't want to see any poor people.
But they are not the police.
Huh?
They are not the police.
No, he's just a worker. He's an ambassador, and he works for the Downtown Santa Monica Inc., which is a corporation that manages this public promenade. This is a public promenade. This isn't Rodeo Drive or the Grove or Disneyland, and that's why I'm out here peacefully protesting. And I have been given citations because I don't have a permit. I'm not a performer. I keep fighting against that because at one point, well, during the pandemic, they said that the performers couldn't perform on the promenade. At the same time, they were expanding the use by businesses, by the bars and restaurants, annexing more public property for these businesses while they were telling performers not to perform. And I fought against that, and I had to go to court against that. And
you had to go to court?
I appealed it to the city, and then I appealed it to LA Superior Court, where I lost. And then I've subsequently been through that process another time. But last year I ran for Santa Monica City Council, and since then, they haven't given me any more citations. I said, the last time I went before LA Superior Court, I said, now they gave me this citation before I was running for Santa Monica City Council. And
what is your name?
My name is Wade Kelley.
Wade.
So they gave me a citation. Hey, Diaka. Thank you. And they gave me the citation. I said, Your Honor, they gave me the citation before I was running for Santa Monica City Council, and I'm doing the same thing I was doing then. When I was running for Santa Monica City Council, I'm still standing up for human rights and the rights of the homeless to exist here in Santa Monica and to build more affordable housing. And that's the same thing I was doing before I ran for Santa Monica City Council. How is it different? Why am I not getting any citations now? It should be the same. We're still under the same First Amendment rights on this promenade. Anyway, sometimes you have to fight for your rights and stand up for them, and then they'll figure out that they don't want to mess with you anymore.
And how was it in the past, like 10 years ago? How was the Promenade back then?
It was a little busier. It's had times of being busier and more lively. They used to have They used to have dance groups, a lot of dance groups on the promenade. Things were a lot louder, especially on a Friday night. It was kind of like singing in a hurricane, you know, there was so much noise. Right now it's kind of quiet, right? And it's only, what, 10 o'clock? Yeah.
They allow now people to drink alcohol here, right?
Now they allow people, they don't allow them to drink alcohol from outside. They allow them to buy alcohol at the places here on the promenade and walk around with the drink. I don't know. If you came here with your own drinks, I don't know why that would be different. They're trying to promote the promenade. They're trying to turn it into the Grove or someplace like that. But I keep reminding people, this is a public promenade, and if you are homeless and you are on this public promenade, you have the same rights as the richest person in the whole wide world. And I want everybody to know that. And we need to keep standing up for the rights of the poor, because the rich are doing quite fine. I don't know if you've noticed that, being from Germany. The rich are doing very well here. Don't you?
In LA?
In LA, in United States, don't you think the rich are doing okay? California has the most billionaires of any state in the whole country, and we have the most homeless people of any state in the whole country. Between us and New York, it goes back and forth. But we have to show that progressive government can make a difference in people's lives. Why is that? We have to, come on, we can do that. It's been done before. I'm sure you guys have had moments, besides those moments, there are moments where the economy has not gone too well, and progressive, everybody has health care there, right? Yeah. There's no question about that. No. You know, there are 10 states in the United States of America where poor people don't get health care. If you're poor, they say, if you're poor and you don't have a job, you don't need to be healthy if you're poor and you don't have a job. That's their thinking. So we need to change that, and we need to make sure that the health care here in California and other states like this really step up for people. It's been good for me. When I had to have my appendix removed, I was living in New York, got it removed. I was a musician and an actor and not making any money. I didn't owe anything. And that was probably, you know, a good penny. 4 days and my appendix taken out, and then I had some heart procedures here in California. And in California, I didn't end up. Have a good one, Nick. Great to see you. Peace. All right. Thank you. I didn't end up paying anything because I was doing this, peacefully protesting on the promenade. And now
you're not a performer
I'm getting
anymore. You're a protester, and you protest against the.
Some people say I'm a performer. I say if there is any performance value in what I'm doing, that's wonderful. But I'm here to stand up for human rights and the rights of the homeless people to have a decent place to live. And I play a lot of original songs, and I keep singing and keep working on things, but that's part of my protest. You see.
What would you change here? What would you do?
Which part?
What would you do here when you are the mayor, or if you had the chance and you could rule?
I ran for Santa Monica City Council. I got 2,000 votes. That wasn't enough. I came in 10th place.
I'm running for a party?
Huh?
You're a member of a party or something?
Well, I'm a Democrat, but I wasn't part of the Democratic coalition here in Santa Monica. They had people that I didn't spend any money on my campaign. I said any money donated to my campaign will go to the homeless people. And that's what I do here. I raise money and I hand it out to the homeless. Because I'm old. I get Social Security now. See. But what would I do? Well, I'd raise taxes on every vacant building so much that they would end up throwing away a lot of buildings. I would certainly tell the voters that we need to build affordable housing on that 192 acres of land. 192 acres, the Santa Monica Airport is going to be given to the city of Santa Monica in 2028. 192 acres, that's a lot of land. And they want to make, because it was voted on in 2014, they want to make it one great park. They want to be like Central Park or something. But you can have a nice park for 100 acres or 120, 140 acres and build a lot of affordable housing. And the Santa Monica City Council just last week voted against even studying building affordable housing on that. And there are some people that just don't want, you know, there are a lot of people that work in this city that can't vote or live in this city. They can't live in this city, so they can't vote in this city. So that makes for bad democracy, you know, it makes for like an oligarchy. So I would raise taxes on every vacant building and all the tourism industry, and I would make sure that we built affordable housing. They haven't come near to meeting the goals that they set in their planning. Do you have housing elements plans in your cities in Germany? Every 8 years we have here in California and maybe many other states, but every 8 years they have a plan for how many housing units they're going to build, what kind of services they're going to fund, and things of this sort. And they always fall behind. You know, in 1970, the population of Santa Monica was around 88,000. And today it's just over 90,000. Some say 92,000, but it's just over 90,000. So while the rest of California grew by 20 million people, Santa Monica grew by 2,000. So that shows you they've been pushing out the poor people, and that's why the rents are so high. It was named.
You lived here in Santa Monica?
I am homeless. I have an address here in Santa Monica. Homeless people can have an address here in Santa Monica. Now I am charmed, so I have people I can stay with and things like that. So it's not as big a problem for me, but I have applied for low-income homeless housing, low-income senior housing here in Santa Monica, but I haven't even gotten on the list yet. But they have to do their part to show that progressive government can work and make a difference in people's lives, because they've just pushed poor people down the road, and that's why they are number 2 on the most unaffordable living list in the whole country. A report just came out recently.
Can I take a picture of you?
Why don't you? You want to get in it with me?
Of you here in the Promenade. Okay?
And you can follow me on Kelley at YouTube, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you, Timo Lima. Timo Lima, nice to meet you. Send me a. Look me up and send me what you're writing. What are you working on?
Piece about the Promenade and how it changed. Because what's going on with the US? It was like a very big street here, and now no one is coming anymore.
All right. Well, it's partly because I'm driving away people talking about politics, but that's important. All right, Timo Lima, have a good night. That's right, we got to keep working towards a better day. Keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, because we haven't gotten there yet. We got too many of our leaders blaming the poor for being poor and the homeless for being homeless, when we know that it's been brought on by bad government, pushing the poor people out of these coastal communities, making it harder for them to live, and then blaming them for being homeless. There are too many of our leaders are saying, don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. Are you taking off, Ethan? Good to see you, Ethan. Hi, peace. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and sick. They'll put you in the hospital and spit you out real quick. They'll say you need to rest more and change the way you eat. But they ain't got no medicine to get you off of the streets. So don't be poor and homeless. That's what they say. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live in a mansion. All the rich folks wanna help you if they could. So they'll take your tent and your bags and stuff and move them to another neighborhood. A little farther, a little farther, a little farther down the road would be good. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't live in your car. They'll find a way to ticket you no matter where you are. They'll say you're near a schoolyard or near a city park. They'll make you move your car all day and give you tickets while you're sleeping in the dark. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just live on a yacht. How the rich folks want to help you if they can. So they'll start a race to outer space to help their fellow man. We are going to build affordable housing up on Mars. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor at all. They'll pull the chair beneath your seat and mock you when you fall. They'll tell you that you're crazy and you're on the drugs. They'll say you're mostly lazy and you're filled with all kinds of bugs. So don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. That's right. Don't be poor and homeless. Just be rich. That's right, homeless people. Just be rich. That's what they say. So many people come around, they say, these homeless people just need to get a job. I say, tell these people, there's a lot of people, thank you, peace, I'll be sharing that with the homeless, thank you. A lot of these homeless people do have jobs and still can't afford a place to live. Here in Los Angeles County, many people are spending, that do have places to live, are spending over 50% of their income on housing. That's not right. That shouldn't be the way it is. These homeless people that are poor and broke, a job is not going to help them get a place to live anytime soon. They're going to need help. They're going to need government help getting them into a place. You have to have 3 months rent here in Santa Monica to get a place to live, and most of Los Angeles. You have to have 3 months rent and show that you can make 3 times the amount of rent. That's right. They want you to show that you can make 3 times the amount of rent every month. So if you're getting a place here in Santa Monica, you got to make a pretty penny. I could not afford it. I can tell you that. And that's just part of the reason I'm homeless. The other part is I'm just old and I don't like it. I don't like the way things are going. I'd rather live in my car than work some job I hate the rest of my life just trying to get by, and obviously most people are trying to get by and can't. We need to either lower the rents or raise the wages way up. We need to raise taxes on the rich, 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 raise taxes on the rich. Oh, I know it's a simple song, but it's a good one, and one that we need to teach our leaders, our public servants. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me, and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond that doubt, my love will see me there soon. We'll meet upon the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I go sailing. It's far beyond the star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond that doubt, my love will see me there soon. We'll meet upon the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, I go sailing. Let me tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. Love to last more than one day. Love is love and not fade away. My love is love and not fade away. I'm gonna love you like a Cadillac, trying to show you why you're driving me back. Your love for me has gotta be real, for you to know just how I feel. Love is new real, not fade away. My love is real, not fade away. Just how I feel. I'm gonna love you night and day. Love is love and not fade away. My love is real, not fade away. Let me tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. I'm gonna love you night and day. Love is love and not fade away. My love is real, not fade away. Love is love and not fade away. Are there stars out tonight? I can't tell if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. Are there stars out tonight? I can't tell if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I only have eyes for you, dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky, 'cause I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in a garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, so am I. Maybe millions of people go by, but they all disappear from view. And I only have eyes for you. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like the lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Sway me, bend me, thrill me, kiss me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have the magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violence long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Sway me now. Sway me now. Or sway me now. That's fun. Good to see you. Peace. A blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone left me blue. I said blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone left me blue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone left me blue. I say blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining, shining. Shine on the one that's gonna let me blue. Was on a moonlit night, stars shining bright, and high, we'll say goodbye. I said blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna let me blue. I say blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna left me blue. I say blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna left me blue. Was on a moonlit night, stars shining bright, whisper on high, love saying goodbye. I said blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna let me blue. I say blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna left me blue. I say blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna left me blue. Shine on the one that's gonna left me blue. Woo! Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, we could dream the night away. shining in your eyes. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is riding high. I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eye. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. We know where the music's playing. Let's go dancing in the light. Because I'm still in love with you, I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. I don't know if it's a full moon, but it's pretty close to full moon, isn't it? It's full? Over there? It's pretty full, huh? Fly me to the moon and let me swing among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, No. No, we don't need to do that one. I can't remember it, so I ain't gonna do it. It was a night, what a night it was, it really was, such a night. The moon was bright, oh how so bright it was, it really was, such a night. The night was alight with the stars above, and when she kissed me, I had to fall in love. It was a kiss, what a kiss it was, it really was, such a kiss. How she could kiss, oh what a kiss it was, it really was, such a kiss. Just the thought of her lips sets me afire. I reminisce, and I'm filled with desire. But I give my heart to her in sweet surrender. How will I remember? I'll always remember of that night. What a night it was, it really was, such a night. When we kissed, had to fall in love. It was a kiss, what a kiss it was, it really was, such a kiss. How she could kiss, oh what a kiss it was, it really was, such a kiss. Just the thought of her lips sets me afire. I reminisce, and I'm filled with desire. But I give my heart to her in sweet surrender. How will I remember, I'll always remember of that night. What a night it was, it really was, such a night. When we kissed, had to fall in love. Now she's gone, 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 yes she's gone, gone, gone. Came the dawn, 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 and my love was gone. But before that dawn, yes before that dawn, and before that dawn, oh, yeah, how was such a night. It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll, but listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. I remember doing the time warp, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left and a step to the right with your hands on your hips. Bring your knees in tight, but this pelvic thrust really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's so dreamy, how fantasy free me. You can't see me, no, not at all. In another dimension, with voyeuristic intentions, well secluded, I'll see all with a bit of a mind flip. You're into a time slip, and nothing will ever be the same. Spaced out on sensation, like you're under sedation. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Just jump to the left and a step to the right with your hands on your hips. Bring your knees in tight, but its pelvic thrust really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Well, I was driving down the street just having a think when a snake-like guy gave me an evil wink. He shook me up, he took me by surprise. He had a pickup truck and the devil's eyes stared at me and I felt the change. God, man, nothing ever would again. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Just jump to the left and a step to the right with your hands on your hips. 3 knees in time, but his pelvic thrust really drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Hey! Let's do the time warp again. Hey, hey. Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. I took my lover over across the tracks. And my man a wailing on the sax. I must admit there was a rocking band. Man, they was blowing like a hurricane. They was playing that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. Don't care to hear them play the tango, or in the mood they take the mountain bow. It's way too early for the cotton go. Just keep on rocking that piano, no. Keep on playing that rock and roll music. Any way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. If you wanna dance with me. Ooh. Well, my battery's gonna run out. I'm about running out here. I'm running out there. Well, we'll keep working towards a better day, keep working towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all, housing the homeless, common sense gun laws, good public education, good quality health care for everybody, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich, raise taxes on the rich. And motorcycle gangs, too. Motorcycle gangs. There's room for all of that. And we can make sure that everybody has a good time. Does a little rock and roll, has some fun on their bikes. Ain't got no money, ain't got no honey, ain't got no running nose. I got some shoes on my feet so I can run down the street. Don't need no funny clothes. I got thought in my hair. I got a life without care. I got Juliet and Mama gonna rock and roll. So we'll keep working towards a better day for everybody. Keep standing up for equal rights, speaking out to raise taxes on the rich and make sure that everybody can have a decent life in this richest, most powerful country in the whole wide world. There's no reason for rich people to be having space races while poor people are sleeping in the streets. We can do better than that. We need to tell our leaders, our public servants, raise taxes on the rich and make sure that everybody can have a decent, wonderful life in this richest, most powerful country in the world, and get out and have fun and party. Hey, excuse me, but don't take it seriously. I thought there was a party going on. And there was dancing and singing and ringing the bells and lovers rolling around on the lawn. But then I woke up And what did I see? A bunch of sad sack faces all staring at me, saying, get to work, boy, ain't nothing for free. Hey, where's my party going on? Excuse me if I don't take it seriously. I thought there was a party right round here. And there was jumping and pumping and playing guitars and people drinking lots of beer. But then I came to, and what did I see? A bunch of sad sack faces all staring at me, saying, we ain't having no fun, boy, why should you be? It was my party going on. Sometimes I think maybe they're alright, I should work all day and sleep all night. But I get so tired right around the morning light. Excuse me if I don't take it seriously. I thought there was a party going on. And there was laughing and acting the fool and everybody going till dawn. But then a bright light flashed, and what did I see? A big old dude with a badge shining his light down on me saying, the party's over, boy, someplace you want to be. It was my party going on. Sometimes I think maybe they're alright, I should work all day and sleep all night. But I get so tired right around the morning light. Excuse me if I don't take it seriously. I thought there was a party going on. And there was dancing, ringing the bells, and everybody going till dawn. But then I walked through the fog, and what did I see? Some big old bony finger dude pointing down at me, saying, the party's over, boy, now time to come with me. Hey, where's my party going on? I said the party's over, now time to come with me. Hey, where's my party going on? I said the party's over, now time to come with me. Hey, where's my party going on? Peace and love.